Yeah, hello, welcome to this broadcast. I hope everything works fine. Let's going to kick off this with a couple of Blitz games. Yeah, welcome to all of you in the chat there on Twitch. A couple of new guys here. John Suckton, yeah, I know your name from my video, from my channel. Revolver Ocelot 92, that's a cool name. And hello also to Vorsokratiker. Yeah, I've got someone from the field of philosophy here. Okay. And Karate Meister 2003. Okay. So I think the stream should be live. Everything points toward that. So I'm going to kick off with a 5-minute game and see what happens. Yeah, hello to Kalis. Yeah, Karamazov. I am. Let's see what happens. From Metal Gear. Okay, I never played any of those games, so I couldn't know that. Okay, so what to do here? I don't want to play the Bogo. Maybe let's play a classical Queen's Gambit. Yep, also my green screen works. I've got a new green screen only today. I think this is a little bit better than the older one, even though there's still room for improvement. Better light would help. But maybe I can improve that when I've finished moving to my new place. Okay, knight bd7 should work here still. Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. A busy day. So, went c5 here and expanding on the queen side. Quite a bit here, Mr. Karamazov. Yeah, I'm happily playing quick a5. Someone requests here, Kalis 90. Can I play the Slakter Slav today? Why would you want me to play that opening? Isn't that kind of passive? I sometimes play too passively anyway, and now with this Schlechter Slav, I don't know. It doesn't feel like a very attractive proposition to me. Really? I thought that this looks a little bit wrong. Like some awkward pinning business here. Like rook c8 or something like that. Okay, I go rook c8. The Schlechter Slav, that is the Slav with e3 and g6. It's difficult to force anyway, so I don't know if it's easy to get this opening in the first place. So what to do here? I go bishop b7. He probably will play knight e2, and this is not leading too much. Yeah, somehow this doesn't feel so bad for him, which is kind of strange, to be honest. Don't know. Maybe I can just do this for knight a4 or so. Kind of weird. Revolver Ocelot asked about the semi-Tarrasch. That's a very decent opening, yep. It is at a good theoretical state at the moment and can be played, sure. Okay, I'm happy to get rid of that light squared bishop there. Costs some time. Okay, taking it. And now, knight e4 maybe, trying to activate. Yeah, rook to b7 is something that could be annoying. I think knight e4 makes sense. Trump is a good alternative if you want an early offbeat deviation. Trompovsky is good. The check Benoni is not such a terrible opening. It is somewhat better for white, but it's not like it's completely unplayable or so. Okay, speaking of unplayable, can I take a3 here, or is f3 an issue? I should play knight c3 here. I think I can take. I think I can take the pawn. His back rank is weak. The check Benoni is not so bad. It's a decent opening against very tactically focused players, because it's purely strategic in nature. Okay, here I was thinking knight e2 and nah, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to keep the e-pawn, but I have to play moves, so let's play. It's going there actually. Okay, well here I can maybe. Oh, that's a move I didn't see at all. Check, check, take on g2. That could be risky business. I don't want to. I mean, this is for fun anyway. This is kind of session, so let's try if I can do more here. King g3 is mate, so he has to go to f1 here. Or this one. Okay, so rook takes is losing stuff. And knight takes probably is losing stuff as well. Yeah, knight g6 is very drawish, but still, yeah, I can perpetual him. Knight g2, rook takes, knight e3. But maybe I can play this for a win. Knight takes and knight f5. It's a bit risky, but I just got knight to d6 actually. I'm playing rook f2 for mate. Knight h6, I have king h8. Interesting move. Rook c1 mate now coming up, possibly. Sorry for not giving any commentary. It's kind of tricky, this position. You can draw here. I have to accept it. Okay, he's trying to play on time. Being completely lost now, but yeah, okay, he's winning on time. Okay, anyway. So that was kind of bad to lose, because I was better the whole time. Anyway, I have to get into the right gear of those games. Again, I'm playing mods go somewhat. Okay. I play him a lot in those sessions. He's playing that wacky Benoni, that snake Benoni. Oh, not this time. Playing for Queen's Gambit. Interesting. So what is he doing there? The classical Queen's Gambit. Okay, I don't mind that. I also don't mind the snake Benoni. I'm just surprised that he's not going for his usual opening. Okay, so he can easily develop. Interesting. He tries to trade a little bit here. I think I want to avoid this trade and centralize the knight. Yeah, let's see. Maybe he's going to Queen e7 here. Rook d1 and go from there. Yeah, there were probably a couple of questions right when I was in that time scramble against the player before. Sorry if I couldn't answer them. It's sometimes tricky to follow the chat and play at the same time. I can actually rearrange my... Okay, Queen to e7. Yeah, I think Rook d1 is the most obvious move. I think I'm doing that. Okay. Black plans in the Carlsbad structure is the question by For Socratico. Well, Black has a couple of ideas. He can use the e4 square sometimes for the base of a kingside attack. Your natural play is on the king side. Sometimes you can also play on the queen side if white is screwing up the minority attack. It depends a lot on some concrete things. It's hard to put into something that would work all of the time. So c5. I cannot take c5. I can take d7 for simplifications. I was thinking that this could be an idea. Let's try for this. Yeah, knight coming to d6. Yeah, the natural playing space for black in the cards, but is the king side. But it is, as I said, very dependent on some specifics. It's not something that is the same all the time. Okay, that looks kind of nice, this position, but how to continue? I think maybe like this and bishop h4 can be interesting. Looks like quite a decent position, and I'm actually up on time. That's helpful. The highest rated German player is probably Nisipianu, or maybe Georg Meyer. They're probably not so far away. The question about the candidates tournament. Anybody that I would like to win? Yeah, I have a pretty clear opinion. I would, and this is a kind of awful because I actually think that Vichy is probably maybe the nicest guy of all the bunch. Not that I have anything against somebody there in particular. So, but I would like to win. I would like someone else to win than Vichy Arland, simply to get a different match. playing, him playing Carlsen again feels kind of boring. Okay, so maybe just h5 here, actually, or not. Taking is also good. Okay. Aronian would be a good challenger, definitely. He's an interesting person. Yeah, it's also quite good for marketing purposes, and he's also a very interesting and kind of unpredictable creative player. So it would be a cool match. But there are many interesting matches possible. Okay, so what about this? I'm in this diagonal. Knight f5 is attacking this. It looks terrible for black. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Let's play it. I can take check on e7, right? Take on c6. I'm winning the house here, Mr. Motzko, somewhat. Yeah, okay, he resigns. Okay, so let's look at the check, at the chat. Yeah, there's a question by John Sugden. Would I have a recommendation on understanding pawn structure? Sometimes I say that this or that move does not make sense in the structure, and I'm left wondering why sometimes. Yeah, this is very general. It's based on experience and something that I have just learned over the years by studying games or whatever. It really depends a lot on the particular structure. I try to explain why I think it doesn't make any sense, but there's some kind of limit what you can do in a video that is not supposed to be so long. Here we have the Leningrad variation of the Nimzo. Interesting line. I'm forgetting my own book again, but I think I'm still on track. This is what I have in my recommendation. The Nimzo Benoni. Yeah, I will probably do some chess tempo tactics trainer video, or some kind of tactics trainer video. But it's hard to predict at the moment because I have many things on my plate that are not actually totally chess related. And therefore it's hard to plan at the moment. Let's see if I can get one of the bishops. That book, Pawn Structures, a Grandmaster Guide by Del Rio. Is it Del Rio? Isn't it Rios? Florencio Rios or something like that? I'm not so good with names sometimes. Yeah, Gajinsko, I saw that comment about how to analyze your own games, but did you see my reply? I replied to that. I have a problem. I don't know what software to use for that. The ICC software has its limit for analyzing the games, and I don't want to use ChessBase. Yeah, b5 is something, but I can still play that. I'm playing, by the way, Ziolo Mariolo. That sounds like a cool name. And I just have played b5. Lo and behold, I got it in. Yeah, the important thing is that here it's difficult for white to play f4 because f4 weakens. So you actually replied to my reply. That's cool. Yeah, maybe I find some idea then. I did not manage to look at this yet. Okay, what to do here? Yeah, let's put this back. Yeah, hello to Internet Chess Club here on your channel. We are the last person standing here on Twitch. Everybody else is on YouTube. We are on Twitch. Now, I really want to go to YouTube streaming, but I had absolutely no time to try to figure that out. It's not easy at the moment. That rook tries to go over to e7. Activating it like that. And I'm playing quickly. Oh, he's giving me this square. That's cool. I love my knight on c4. Okay, I don't know if I want to take. I think I'll do take. Yeah, this idea of studying the Catalan instead of Queen's Gambit declined in Nimzo to save a little bit of time and effort is not completely wrong. I think it's a bit easier to study the Catalan than the whole body of theory of those other two openings. It's a little bit less work, but it depends a lot on what kind of opposition you face. Not on a higher level, but on a normal level, I think it still is easier to play the Catalan. So, what is this? He's trying to break through there with e5, and maybe he can. Maybe he can, actually. Or does he have some brilliant discoveries here? Maybe. Yeah, that knight on c4. At the end, he's not doing that much. Somehow, it's not doing that much. Yeah. Maybe I have to take on c3. And even my advantage in time has somewhat dwindled down. Is there some way to avoid the Catalan? If you play something knight f6, e6, d5 based with black, not really. Yeah, I'm not so happy with this, but at least that seems to be playable. Whoa, he's getting fancy. b6. What is this? Okay, I want to take it with a rook. Yeah, well, the Catalan is against knight f6, e6, d5 stuff. You don't have to play the Fianchetto variation of the Grunfeld or the King's Indian necessarily. You don't have to copy all of what Mr. Avruk is presenting in his repertoire. It's probably too much work anyway. Okay, what about this? I don't have a good square here for that bloody piece. Maybe I have to go to b2. And I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay, at least here he cannot play e5 as f5 is hanging. But, knight d3 is interesting. Okay, so he wants to play e5 anyway. Yeah. Not much that I can do. I cannot even take this bloody pawn. Wow. Yeah, it looks bad, but what to do? At least it seems to pose some problems. Yeah, Magnus' game against Elyanov was great. That was a great game against the Catalan. So I have to grab stuff here. He's down to 20 something seconds. Maybe I have escaped there. His center is falling apart. Maybe I'm still in trouble, but I feel like it was worse earlier. Knight coming to e6 is a problem. Oh wow. That's almost a mate there. He's going h4 then. Oh, holy hell. What the heck? Yeah, 97. Unbelievable stuff. I lost some time. Wow. That was lucky. That was lucky. What the dog did I do there? It was kind of a crazy game. I don't know what happened. Anyway, let's go for a new one. I wouldn't say someone, yeah, Cat Rocket Moo says, is it fair to say that the Catalan isn't very ambitious? You know, do you get much in the Queen's Gambit decline these days? I don't think you do. So it is viable, very viable. Okay, what can I do against LB? I'm going to go e4 here. My one e4 serve of the evening. Let's play an open Sicilian. I usually don't do well in those, but it probably makes for decent TV, I guess. Oh, I think this is kind of nice. I want to play the knight to e4 here. Bishop c5 is looking weird, to be honest. Like he's running into knight e4. Can't play f4 here. That's bad. I should have seen this coming. Okay, rook e1 then. So what now? Queen g4 was one thing that I was looking at, and I'm going for that. I have a bad feeling about this for black. Knight e5, there's queen g7 and over. So what is his move there? g6 now, castles. Oh, is he going to castle long here? I mean, okay, I'm not taking on g7. I'm not even thinking about it. Yeah, now I'm going to open up the queen side. I hope to switch to YouTube next week if I have the time to figure it out. It's kind of unpredictable because, well, as I mentioned on this stream, I'm switching to a new apartment to live in, and this proves to be kind of a hassle to do the switch, because all kinds of handymen have to do things like changing the plumbing, wiring some electrical stuff, whatever, and it all takes a bit more time than I was thinking it would take. So I have to be at the place, do things, whatever, and it makes the whole thing kind of unpredictable, what I'm doing at what time. So anyway, what is this? He wants to go h5 there. Yeah, this is not totally, it's not to be underestimated, actually. That h5 stuff. My queen doesn't have a very clear good square to go to. Yeah, maybe go there, prevent it like that. Yeah, I'm not completely happy with this, but I couldn't really see anything better at the time. Knight e5. I thought bishop f4, even though he has knight f3 check, which could be an argument. I also got bishop d4. All kinds of things are possible here. Bishop f4, knight f3 check. That isn't great. That actually isn't great. Can you believe that? Yeah. Okay, I have to do something. I cannot take any longer. So bishop e6. Just taking things now here. I think knight f3 I can also just take. And rook e5 next, or bishop f4 maybe even. I think rook e5 should work after rook g8. Yeah, I have the check there as well. And then bishop e3, that should be relatively clear. using the pin. And I'm a full rook up, so yeah, probably some c5. Yeah, trying to take d4. That doesn't work at all. Nah, he's out of moves, basically. Okay, so how to do this? Maybe this to unpin. I don't know, maybe you can go back to the 8th rank and pick up the bishop like that. It wasn't the most intelligent move ever. Can still go rook e8. Queen f7, what kind of move was that? Anyway. Yeah, openings for non-title players are not of essential importance, but it is important that you at least stay out of trouble. If you play very ambitious openings and dangerous things, dangerous for yourself, then it can be a problem if you know not that much. And then you have to settle for some easier to learn things. Okay, it's not such a bad session. I'm scoring okay. I'm not playing well, but I'm scoring okay. Yeah, I've requested a new game, but didn't get one yet. Playing against Grope. Isn't that cool? I've made a video on the Grope and actually get it. Isn't that cool? That's funny. d4 here. This is also possible. Wow. I mean, I can probably still play e4. I recommended this kind of position with h3 being played. I wonder, takes, queen b3, bishop e6 back. I shouldn't spend so much time. Yeah, I spent too much time here. Giving him 20 seconds is a bit much. Okay, let's see what we can do about his pawn structure there. Trying to play knight f5, attack his d4 pawn. Yeah, if I get to attack his pawn there, I can also take on c4 the whole time, grab e4, but I felt that this is a good strategic decision. Just playing normal kind of moves, let's say. Playing main lines is in general not a bad idea. Okay, I'm going to sack a piece there and go for some fun stuff here and see what happens. Okay, that's really a wacky position. Maybe b5 or something. I can also just castle. I go for b5. In general, I agree that going for main lines is a good idea. They are main lines for a reason, and I mean, the thing is, we should not totally neglect the virtue of sidelines, especially if you find interesting new ideas in those sidelines. Why not go for them? But in general, looking at main lines has a big advantage. They're better than the sidelines. A plan of knight e7, g6, h4, is that something to look into against the group? You don't look into anything with this opening. You just play your game. It's so rarely happening that it doesn't make sense to invest lots of time. I mean, I did this video series on the rare openings, but it's not like you need to spend ages on this kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to just push the queen side. His whole position is a mess. I'm not sure that it is actually that bad. It's just a mess. Yeah, what to do here? I was thinking a3 is a move, but not totally sure. Yeah, I'm going for that, but it felt like I'm running a little bit out of steam here, a little bit. Maybe I can just take after b takes, actually. Interesting. What? Are you? That's not on. Knight takes g7. What is this? Okay, I'm taking b2. That's not going to work ever for white. I don't believe it. Giving me two connected passes here. That's crazy. Yeah, I know. He wants to checkmate me on g7. I figured that much. But I can take there with check and take h3 with check. And I can go d4. I think I go d4 here. Just block that diagonal. Okay. What the beep? I've got 3 queens. I've got 3 queens on the board. That's amazing. Can I keep the 3 queens somehow? It's probably difficult to do. Bishop b8. And now he resigned. Oh my goodness. I cannot remember having 3 queens after 28 moves. Oh my god. That was one of the wackiest games ever. Okay, I'm going for a new game. Oh, and after all that, I get Mr. Goldmund here. Wow. That is Grandmaster Rustemov. Pretty strong GM. Let's see what he does here. I don't know Bishop h4 that much, so I'm going for Bishop f4. Yeah, I'm playing a London type of setup. Yeah, I don't like the London so much here against the Dutch, but we'll see how this plays out. Looks a bit passive. One problem is that, yeah, after e4 he's got f4, and then my bishop looks really silly. Maybe I can actually do this. That looks a bit more, a little bit better. Okay. I've got knight g6 here. Bishop g2, rook g1, bishop moves knight g6, winning a rook. So he's giving me the rook. Gimme, gimme. Position is still kind of wacky. Queen f3 is a very nice resource that I actually could have played that move. Queen f3 would have been very interesting. Attacking his bishop and attacking b7. I mean, this is still this is still possible. Okay, queen h7. Yeah, I'll take the rook, but he will castle. Yeah, still interesting. Bishop g4. Aha. What a weird position. I'm really getting completely bonkers position today. Positions. What to do? I'd like to prevent him from castling. Bishop e5, this bishop g7. Okay, at least that prevents castling. Maybe I should have just taken... Oh no, I cannot take c7. I have no idea what's going on. I mean, the thing is, white is probably much better, but the position is so crazy. d4, knight f6, knight f3, e6, g3, b5 is good. Yeah, that's a good line. You can play that. You should probably know it better than I do, but it is a good line. Okie dokie. G4. Wow. Trying for queen c4, queen c4, e6. What a mess. Yes, some f2, knight e4, check. Maybe knight e4 is actually a move. I mean, queen e6, queen e7. Am I winning there? I'm not sure. And f2 is a threat. Bishop g3 maybe. Yeah, he's going for that stuff. Bishop g3 looks awfully slow. But I don't see a move at the moment. He can probably take g3, take h8, as sick as it looks. Maybe even bishop d6 is playable here. Maybe bishop, maybe bishop h4, I don't know. Wow. What is happening here? Queen b4? I don't know what's going on. I'm a rook up. Please let me be winning. Other than everything else would be entirely unfair. It really would be. But maybe he's just somehow killing me here. Okay, so he threatened to no. Knight g3, I'm taking his rook. I cannot calculate this. Oh my goodness. This is mate actually. Okay, I have to go here. And then f2. Unbelievable crap. That's unbelievable crap. Unbelievable. What he did here. So take it. I'm still a rook up. I'm still a rook up, but I have no time. No. Wait, knight check. Can go to d1. Can you believe this nonsense? He won that rook back. Unbelievable. Great stuff. And now he's 2 pawns up in a bloody rook endgame. That was one of the wackiest games I've played in ages. Being the whole board up, basically. Nah, one on time. I think that is actually correct result. I mean, it was probably like down 1 million in this game. I couldn't figure it out. I don't know what happened here. I simply don't know. Whew. I have no idea this game. It looked like there should be a win for white somehow, but it was so bonkers. The French Labourdonnais variation, I even didn't know that this existed. It's e4, e6, f4. It's probably playable. I think, didn't Nakamura play that against Yasser Sarawan in one of the US championships? It's probably okay to just get some game going. But I cannot really tell you about the objective merits. Yo, so what do we have here? We have a hedgehog here against Italian 5. Italian IM. What is this guy? Vangiel Buli is the name. That is not somebody I know. Okay, this is one of the lines that I have some experience in. I usually go with f4, queen f3, rook d1. So I'm not going to waste much time here. Mr. Booley, if you don't know that line, there's something lacking in your knowledge about the hedgehog. It's not so bad for white. Been an old favorite of Ribley and Ulf Andersson's and Karpov and so on. So it's not like completely out of the picture. But interesting play here by Italian 5. He wants to get in b5. That's the clear idea. And maybe knight c6. Interesting. Very interesting. I know this is very risky, but I mean, the games today were so wacky. I cannot get into a solid position anyway, it seems. Yeah, black has a couple of options. Also some d5 based things. d5, I go g5, so... But the white king position is very dicey looking. That was my idea, to get this in. I don't know about the objective merits, but it looks interesting. Okay, let's just take. He will take with a pawn, I guess. Knight takes, knight d5 is unbearable, so we'll take with a pawn. Sure. If I get in f5, I will have a good control over d5, so I'm shooting for that. Yeah, that's dangerous for black. Knight g6, however. I didn't look at this at all. Okay. Yeah, knight g6 at least has a clear threat. Knight h4 winning everything. What? You can play such a non-move here. That's hard to believe. I'm threatening f6 here. That's dangerous. And queen b7 is not really on. I have knight e4, for example. That looks lost, actually. Knight d5, queen f7. That's a disaster. Okay, I just should not blunder the queen. Don't blunder the queen. Number one thing to take into account. Queen to f7 or... Maybe I should have started with knight d5. Might have been easier. It really might have been easier. Okay, knight e4 maybe. Yeah, I didn't play that so great, I think. He's kind of still alive, and that shouldn't be the case. He's never playing a move I expect. b5, like nothing else, nothing happens here. Like no worry in the world. They will also lose on time, I guess. Okay, maybe I should have taken d6 actually. Okay, I'm kind of relaxed here. It's got 28 seconds. And even though I probably missed a couple of kills, this looks pretty bad. Okay, so no queen g4, please. Whoa. That was not my plan. 96, yeah. That was not my plan. Really screwed that up. It's got queen f5 coming up. And now he plays good moves after all those weird moves. I screwed that up royally. I know I have to really find moves here. Unbelievable. Queen f3. He's got 4 seconds left. I don't know. Come on. He's got queen d4 check. Yeah, I will win on time, but that was really awful. That was really awful from that completely winning position, screwing this up to just win on time. Anyway, been a long day. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the show with some wacky games. I had a game with 3 queens in the Grove opening. Never saw that before. So I hope it was a good show to watch. Hope you liked it. Yeah, I'll be back next week. Not sure if it will be on Twitch or YouTube. I hope it's YouTube, but it's not clear if I manage. So I hope you enjoyed the whole thing. Bye bye.